Hello everyone, I'm alive. I have missed you guys so much and I'm just ready to get back into filming. I didn't post a video last week because last week was a very busy week. Just to kind of give you guys an update, you guys know I've been going to school online and I'm finally done with all the school stuff, and I have been studying so that I can take my official exam to get a license. And it has been more difficult than I thought, but I've learned so many things and I have just been knee deep into studying exams. All the exams are like 100+ questions and you have a time limit to do it, so I'm trying to get things done. That's why I didn't post a video last week, and I wanted to do a kind of get ready with me. I know I'm already dressed and my hair is done. I just wrapped my hair in sections around my curling wand, the Lumi. I love that curling wand. It is absolutely amazing. I will have this hairstyle for like 3 days if I don't wash my hair. So that's what I did for my hair. No jewelry or anything just yet, and just wearing a tank top because it's hot outside and I just want to get some makeup on this face and get ready with you guys and just kind of share with you some new things, because I've gotten some new things and some things I haven't even had a chance to play with and they've just been kind of sitting around. So I've done my skincare routine. I'm going to use my Tinted SPF because this is what I've been doing pretty much every single day. 2-3 things. So before I start, I did already apply the Ren Perfect Canvas Primer. This was underneath my sink and I've had it for a couple months. It says it's good for 9 months, so I'm trying to use this up. It's got probiotics in it. It's a silicone-free skin finishing serum and it makes your skin look really nice and pretty. When I put this on over my moisturizer, I don't feel like I get any extra oily throughout the day. I feel like it kind of makes my skin look good all day long, which is really great. And like I said, I've just been keeping my skin pretty. I've been just doing hardly anything. So the next thing I want to use is my Elta MD. This is the UV Elements Broad Spectrum SPF 44. This is tinted. It's oil-free. It's for all skin types, even post-procedure skin. If you're wondering what post-procedure skin means, it's anyone who has had any sort of lasers, chemical peels, anything like that. Especially those chemical peels where you're literally taking off the top layer of the skin. You want to protect it from the sun because your skin is very vulnerable. That's what the post-procedure means. Or if you've had any stuff done to your face, this works great. You don't have to worry about any irritation. This hair on my face. And honestly, this is just, like I said, all I've been doing on most days. Just a little bit of tinted SPF. I'm not sure if I'm going to go over it with my powder. Because I use like mineral-based powder, whether it's the Bare Minerals, the Pressed Mineral from Glow Skin, the CC Cream from A Cosmetics. So good, you guys. And so if I do any of that stuff, it'll be one of those products. And I'll have those things listed below that I use in the shade. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do anything extra. I might. But right now, I just want to keep it pretty light and just easy. The next product I'm going to show you guys, I feel like I'm slowly falling in love with. Oh, gosh. Okay. I have gotten some color, if you can't tell. Not on my face because I do put, obviously, the tinted SPF. But I've been outside kind of soaking up the sun, and I just really have enjoyed being outside. We go outside every single day. We ride our bikes. My son rides a scooter. We go to the park. We walk around the neighborhood. I go for runs as well around the neighborhood. And I was told by my reproductive endocrinologist that I'm deficient in vitamin D because my ass stays inside all the time. So I've been going outside more often to get a little sun, and I grab sun pretty quickly, like on my chest and my back. I never tan on my face. My legs, they're like translucent. The Tatcha The Pearl. Good stuff, you guys. I have it in the shade Moonlight. These are fairly new. It's funny because my sister had mentioned this to me, and I had already known about this, but I was kind of curious, and I hadn't said anything to her. So we're talking, and we always talk about skincare, makeup, and, you know, girl stuff. So she's like, hey, you know, I tried this new thing from Tatcha. It's like a brightener, and I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And she says she loves it, and she's extremely picky. She's like, you will love it. So I went and got the Moonlight, which is, I think the sample, I got a rabbit fur off. She got a sample, I think, of Moonlight. And I don't know if she bought that one. I think she bought Spotlight, which is the medium shade. She lives in Hawaii, and she's obviously darker than me naturally, but of course being over there, she's got more sun. So I'm pretty fair. Feel like I have a rabbit here. Okay, so I'm pretty fair, and so you just kind of twist this, and this is so good. Like, I use this in the mornings, and I just work from the cap, honestly, because it's just, you don't even need that much. So I'm gonna one of these numbers. But this is what I do first thing in the morning. Take some micellar water on a cotton pad, wipe off the skincare from the night before, and then put this on, a little bit of moisturizer, maybe a little face oil, and literally that's pretty much all I do. And it makes such a difference. I don't know if you can tell from this eye. It is a little light when I first put it on, and I thought, I probably got the wrong shade. But once it sets, it does work. I've used this even with nothing else on my face, and it works. And it just brightens up the area, and you will not need anything unless you have like really dark discoloration. But when I put this on, just as I am right now, and I go by the window and look, it's like completely flawless. And it hydrates. It's got the Akoya, I think that's how you pronounce it, Akoya Pearl, which gives it a bit of a sheen. Okay, so I'm going to do brows and stuff with my tinted brow gel. But I do want to give you an update because I meant to do that last week. That was what I was going to do for last week's video, was give you an update on some stuff that I bought. Y'all remember when I showed this NYX Beauty Sponge? What is this called? It's just a blending sponge. I still have the packaging because this is so hard, you guys. It's not like the Beauty Blender at all. And this was, I think, $10. So it's so hard and dense. And I thought, okay, it's going to get a little softer when I dampen it. I dampen it. It's under the water for a long time. And then I squeeze it out, and it's like pounding your face with like a brick. It's just, no. No. I can't do it. So I went and I picked up the Real Techniques at Ulta. And then, of course, I get caught up in all other things, and I found these brushes, the Insta Pop Eye Brush Duo. They're cut differently, and I'm like, give it to me. So we're gonna use those. So I'm gonna do my brows, the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set. I have it in the shade, so tiny, dark brunette. This is what I pretty much do, and it's got the perfect size brush to apply it, and it's just easy, and that's why I like it. So good, right? So good. I am going to do bronzer. And I have this NYX, what is this? The Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I wish that this was smaller. Or if they sold like the actual palette, like a duo or a quad, that you could just kind of pop these out and stick them in that for travel. I do like this. And I haven't used this color to highlight, but I've been using this shade right here to bronze because it's the warmest one, and I would do maybe something like this or maybe this one to contour, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to bronze. And I have been using the e.l.f. complexion brush for this, and let me just say $3 and it does you no wrong. So, and it picks up so much product. That's the thing. It's like, wowza. So I'm just going to kind of add this. Well, I almost went into the darkest one because I turned the palette like long ways. That would have been really bad. And I'm going to take that through the temples and around the hairline, down the jaw, slim this out a bit. I go in with this light shade here and then a little bit of the banana kind of color because I don't have any like banana colored products to brighten. And so I'm going to just kind of try this out. I'm going to put this like right under the eyes and right through here. Let's see, for blush, I'm going to use the one that's in my little basket here, and that's the one from Tarte. This is the Exposed, goes with pretty much everything. And I'm using the Morphe E4 to add this to the apples of my cheek. Alright, so for highlighter, we have some new highlights to play with. This is the one from L'Oreal, the True Match Lumi. Got some things from the drugstore, and they caught my eye, so I was like, let's do it. It comes in 2 shades. This is the Moon Kiss number 760, and they came out with this. drop looking highlighters, ones that are in like squeeze tubes. I think you put those on, it might be primers, I could be wrong about that, but they're like squeeze tubes, little dropper like vials that you have like a dropper to apply it. These, and maybe something loose, like a loose shimmer. I don't know, I could be wrong about that one, but I figured we'd give this a go, and I want to do this one right here. That looks pretty. I haven't used this brush in a while. This is a fan brush from Eco Tools. It's the highlight brush. I'm going to go in with this one. The pink one is called Venus. Yeah, Venus. I'm going to tap off the excess. The only thing is that when you put a brush in there, it does kind of kick up, but it is a drugstore product, so, you know, I'm not going to knock it yet. Can you even see that? It's very, very light. I think it might be because I'm using such a light brush. With this brush, I can probably like dust this sucker all over my face because you can't really see it too much. I'm going to switch brushes. The brush that I use to highlight always, usually, is the E8 by Morphe. It's perfect for contouring, but I love it for highlighter. So I'm going to wipe it off because it has some highlight from before. Yay, I'm going to go back into that pink one and see what happens. I mean, I can see a little bit of pink. And I'm going to go right around the brow bone. I don't know. I think this is just maybe a little too pink for my liking. I think what I'm going to do is go over it with this one at the bottom, because this one is more kind of nudie compared to that one that was more pink, and see what I can do to make this, tone this pinky down. So what I'm going to do is take whatever's left and kind of go on the tip of my nose and keep it as well. Oh, that reminds me, I wanted to try something else too on my lips. Hold please. Alright, so this little sample was in the Beauty Fix box that my sister sent me for Mother's Day Back in Talk. This is a plumping lip treatment with SPF 30 from Replenix, and it's supposed to help with fine lines, see a difference in fine lines and wrinkles, lips look fuller and volumized, lips appear hydrated and healthier. It's got hyaluronic acid, ceramides, peptides, and SPF 30. That's all I need to know. It's got skincare benefits. I'm all for it. So it's super, super tiny, but I want to put this on before we do any lip products. Yeah, a little fruity. I hope it doesn't burn. Ooh, the applicator is like super, like, do you see that? If this burns the hell out of my lips, ooh, it's gonna be bad news for me. Okay. It feels like silk on the lips. Maybe I shouldn't do that too much. Ooh, I feel a little something happening. I feel like if you touch your lips with your tongue, or if you put too much on, you're gonna feel like something on the tip of your tongue. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, picked up the Milani eyeshadow primer. I have used this before many years ago, and it's good. I don't have a primer except for this Smashbox one, but that has a little bit of a tint to it. So sometimes well, I should say there have been times where I wanted just a clear primer that's just kind of like nude, and you can't really tell. That one you can tell because it really does smooth everything out and even out the color. I'm feeling something. It's happening. Oh yeah, there's a tingle for sure. Yeah, I can feel my lips kind of swelling. I mean, I think that's what lip plumpers are supposed to do anyways. It's supposed to cause a reaction in your lips. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go in with this primer. So with my pinky, probably should use the other finger, I'm applying the Milani primer pretty much just to the crease area and just a tiny bit on the lids. Do you see how red my lips are getting? I don't think I can do this. It feels pepperminty, but there was a little bit of a sting. Do you see how red my lips got? Yeah, I don't know about that, because the thing is, if you get it on your tongue and then you swallow it, is it gonna like make your throat feel weird? I don't know, maybe because I haven't used a lip plumper in a while, that's my lips feel like super sensitive. But I mean, I like the flush tone. I mean, I can see my lip is like lifting and swelling. I can feel it throbbing. Oh, I'm getting hot. Okay, so if you like plumping things, you may like that. I would warn, be cautious with it. Maybe just do one pass and then press your lips together, because I was just going ham with it. And no, sister. I got a new eyeshadow palette, the Rimmel London Magnified Eyes in the Spice. Because I was browsing, like I said, I went through looking, you know, for some things at the drugstore that I wanted to try. And this sucker caught my eye. Does this not look like the Urban Decay Naked Heat, which I have been wanting, but I've been talking myself out of it because I don't really need it. And I'm pretty sure I can find similar shades in that palette by pulling from just different brands or different palettes in my collection. But when I saw this and I saw that it was only $8, I was like, I gotta do it. So that's what the colors look like. If you haven't seen it, I got this one, I want to say Walmart. Do you see the colors? So pretty. The brushes are at an angle and they have a cut, which is different. I have nothing in my collection quite like this. And I think this is going to be really good for packing on eyeshadow. And the good thing is that these two brushes, I think, was like 10 bucks. So really inexpensive. The shade brush, the largest one out of the duo. And I'm going to apply this light shade, this first one right here, all over my lids, because this one lightly might work as a base. Oh yeah, see these brushes? It packs on, but then the tip of it kind of blends out those edges. Telling you, Real Techniques, they know what they're doing. I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's kind of like orangey. And I think I'm going to start by applying this, okay, on this outer corner here. I'm just going to kind of come at an angle with it, follow just using the shape of the brush. And I'm going to go in with the small one with nothing on it and start working that into the crease. Oh man, I had eyeshadow. Okay. This is a Sephora Professional Rounded Crease, number 13. I've had this for a really long time. I don't even know if they still make it, but just any crease brush. This is the first one I grabbed. And I'm going to go around the edges. I think I need to go in with this, the first shade that I used on my lids, and kind of go around the edges and soften that. Let's pull in a little bit of more orange in the crease. I'm going to do this one right here, which is the orangey shade. And I think I'm going to switch to the small brush for this one, because it fits so much better in the pans. Alright, so for blending, I switched to my Zova brush. This is the 228 Luxe Crease. Going in with the first shade that I use, which is this like really light one. And going around the edges of that. Oh, much better. That Sephora one was pretty scratchy, and I don't like it. Okay. Add a little bit more to the side. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk. This is the number 106 brush, eyeshadow brush, to go in with, which one did I say I was going to use? I think this one. Did I say this one? Or this one? One of these. Apply that to my lid. I feel like these Real Techniques brushes, they kind of almost help you in a way from coming up too high, which sometimes that's a problem for me, because I just get so like wrapped up in doing a makeup that I come up too high. Or if you use like a really big fluffy brush and you have like smaller lid space, it brings it all the way up. And this is cool. I'm going to turn it upside down and use the edges to go around everything. And I just realized that I'm not getting as hot in this room. It's because my fan is on, so if you can hear it, I'm sorry, I usually turn it off before I film. Okay. Alright, so before I go in with anything else in my crease, I think I want to work on the lower lash line. I'm going to switch to a MAC 219 pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is quite reddish, actually, and it's kind of like a burgundy, brownish color, and I'm going to come right on this lower lash line, just on the outer part, just using like the tip of the brush And then whatever's left, I'm just going to lightly kind of soften the edge so it doesn't look like it just kind of stops halfway. I'm just going to use this one. I know it's quite large for the under eye, but what I'm going to do is just kind of go underneath and soften that. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in some of this purple shade and go right on the outer edge and kind of darken it a little bit. And purple with this kind of orange copper actually really plays off really pretty and really well with it. Obviously because it's put in the palette, but you get what I'm saying. It just, the contrast is really pretty. And so far I'm not really noticing a whole ton of fallout. I don't know if it's the shadow formula or maybe just the brushes. I don't know, but it's working. Okay, so I pretty much kind of went all around the whole under eye with that purple, but not too much. Okay, I'm going to wipe off that same pencil brush really good. And I'm going to go in with the lightest shade, which is a white shade. And this, does this have shimmer? This does have a bit of a kind of sheen to it, so I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. Just kind of lightly. Now I think I'm going to do something with the purple right on the outer corner. So I think I'm going to go back in with a small one because I feel like it gives me a little bit more control. And I'm going to go on with that purple. And then I'm going to press this purple shade right on the edge. And then just kind of bring it into this outer V area. Okay, I just noticed that my camera just stopped recording, so I don't know how much of the outer crease work was recorded. What I did was I added this with a small brush and just kind of pressed it right in this outer V area. And then now I just need to kind of soften those edges and turn the brush, go around it, go back in with this brush. Nothing else is on there. And I'm just going to kind of go around the edges. I'm going to keep that kind of rounded shape. It's kind of not really lifting like the shape. I do feel like if you really want a lot of impact from these kind of rusty colors on the lid, you might want to foil them. But I'm just going to go back and add a little bit more onto my lid right here, since we did some more blending and added some more of that purple. Just kind of intensify this a little bit, and I'm just kind of patting. I'm going to use this other Real Techniques. I've had this for so many years that it just has no name on it. It looks like this. I don't know if it's the base shadow brush. I don't even know what it's called, but this is what it looks like. Kind of flat and kind of at a point. I'm going to go back in with that light shade and do one last blend before I go in with some eyeliner around the edges. So, not bad. If you're looking for brushes or if you want to try something different, definitely pick these up. They're actually pretty good. And this is not bad. If you can find it at Walmart, Target, wherever they sell Rimmel, try it. I mean, I am surprised. I mean, this is showing up and it's good. I'm liking it. So hopefully it lasts. Fingers crossed that it lasts throughout the day. Doesn't fade, doesn't crease, doesn't disappear. Because then if that's the case, then I will obviously, when I'm editing this video, put an annotation on here somewhere in the video that it did fade, or if there's no annotation, that means that it lasted and it's good to go. Okay, so I think it's time for some liner. I've been just kind of doing the Kat Von D liner that came, I believe this was in my Sephora Play box, a little bit on the thicker side than usual, and mascara. You know, OG mascara, Lash Paradise, they came out with some new kind of additions to this line that I want to try. So if you've tried some of those new products, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to do this, and then I'll meet you back. Alright, so mascara is on, and for the lower lash line, I forgot to show you the CoverGirl Total Tease. I'm not a fan of this. Sorry, love you, Katy Perry, but no. It's just too clumpy, and I have to really take off a lot of the formula. And, you know, these little, it's got a different shape. So let me just show you the shape first. As you can see, it's got like little teeth here at the bottom, and there is there in between them, there is an area where a lot of, come on, focus, of goopy formula there. And in between these, if you hold it up like a toothbrush almost, that look, right in there sits a lot of product. So I have to really kind of scrape this off in order to be able to get an even decent coating on my lower lash line. And then when I do, I get all of these clumps. So I have to go in with a lash comb to kind of work through and remove some of the clumps, and wait till it dries if I get it on my skin. It's just not really that great. And it does me no favors on my upper lash line, so just not a fan of it. I'll continue to use it because I'm paying for it. For the lower lash line, make it work, kind of comb through it before it sets and make it work until I can just dispose of it. But the Lash Paradise has done me no wrong. I've gone through, I don't know, 4, 5 maybe tubes of this already. I just love that stuff. And then for the lips, let's recap these lips. Okay, so this plumping lip treatment, if you do not mind a burn and a slight sting, for me it just felt like a lot of warmth and a little more sting than what I personally prefer. I wasn't like panicking. I thought, let's hope that this doesn't make my lips too big or cause me to have like redness, irritation, or maybe even like break out with stuff around my mouth. I don't know. Just very weird. I'm always kind of cautious when it comes to things like this. But I do like the fact that it's got ceramides, it's got hyaluronic acid, which are all really good things for the skin. And if you take care of your skin, you should take care of your lips as well. And the SPF, which is really great for now, this time of the year when everybody's outside. But I just can't get behind. It's just too much. And you guys saw on camera how quickly my lips sort of got really big. This upper part really got kind of pouty and just a lot of flushing that happening on my lips. So I don't know if I'm going to try that again. If I do, I will let you guys know. Maybe I'll just kind of lightly dab it just to play around with it. Maybe not bring it so close to the edge of my mouth like a dummy. I was like, painting this on. Anyways, so I decided to play it safe and use my Tarte Lip Lingerie. This is in the shade Expose. It's a nice nude shade. I'm not going to do anything too crazy because my lips feel a little slightly sensitive. Not too bad. The burn has definitely subsided, but you know, I'm playing it safe. So this is really good. I've used this so many times. It's a go-to. It's so easy. It goes with everything, and I don't have to even think about it. It matches the blush. It's just really good. So that's a good lip product. I would recommend it. Definitely check out the Tatcha Pearl Brightener thing for the under eye. I really like it. It makes such a difference, even if you just wear that on its own. Huge, huge difference. Pleasantly surprised by this Rimmel palette. Honestly, I was blown away, and Rimmel's not a brand that excites me. It's a warm tone palette at the drugstore. I gotta try it. So pleasantly surprised. I don't know if it's an exact match shade for shade to the Urban Decay Naked Heat because I don't own that. If you have both of these palettes, let me know how close they are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this Get Ready With Me. It's a long video. We tried a lot of new things and this was very fun. I really missed you guys and I hope to sort of get back into my rhythm of filming again. So thank you so much for being here, for hanging on, for tuning into this video, spending some of your day with me. It means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you want to follow me on social media, I have Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I will always have it kind of pop up on the screen and also in the description box. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of the week, weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.